Star Wars Squadrons has become a very successful game. With positive reviews and high ratings, it has become a favourite game among many Star Wars fans. Back before the game released, I saw a few comments saying that the game was just like Starfighter Assault in Star Wars Battlefront 2. A lot of those people's opinions may have changed, but there still might be some who think that way. Today I'm going to talk about 13 reasons that make Squadrons different to Battlefront 2's Starfighter Assault. My name is Darth Gamer, and this is why Squadrons isn't Starfighter Assault 2.0. Getting on to my first point. Star Wars Squadrons is set in first person only, instead of having the option to switch to third person. Since it is set in first person, you experience everything from inside the cockpit of your Starfighter. Point number 2. In Squadrons, one of the big differences is that the game is set in the original trilogy era. The game is set post-Return of the Jedi to be specific. And while this might be a downside to some people, it certainly helps keep the game in a smaller scale with less starfighters and maps. I think of this as a positive because the original trilogy is one of the best eras for space battles. Point number 3. Another factor that distinguishes Squadrons from Starfighter Assault is the exclusion of hero ships. Hero ships in Star Wars Battlefront 2's Starfighter Assault were ships that one of the characters in the Star Wars franchise used in the movies. In Battlefront 2, these ships were quite annoying if you were to play as a regular fighter, but good fun to play if you got the chance to play as one. Point number 4. In Starfighter Assault, one of the most annoying features was your Starfighter exploding if you hit an object. Even though this could be quite easily avoided, it was hard to do due to even the slightest touch on an object making your ship explode. In Squadrons, if you are to fly straight into an object, your Starfighter will just bounce off. Point number 5. The core mode in Squadrons is fleet battles. In this mode, the objective is to attack the enemy's flagships and cavalry ships while defending your own. To make sure the cavalry ships and flagship are much more of a challenge, Motive decided to make it so the ships will actually shoot at you and deal damage to your ship. In Starfighter Assault on Battlefront 2, the ships will just stand in one spot as objectives or map pieces, not doing anything in the slightest to help in the battle. Point number 6. A core feature in Squadrons is the 4 ship classes and the large difference in how they work. Each of the classes and their Rebel and Imperial variants have a relatively big difference in their weapons, speed, maneuverability, etc. In Starfighter Assault, all the ship classes were mostly the same and didn't have too many differences. 7. Continuing on from my previous point, one of the key features that makes the ships have more variety is the customization. Each of the Starfighters can have their paint job, decals, components and other things customized. The components change up parts of the ship, such as the weapons and missiles, and are used for both attacking enemy starfighters and cavalry ships, as well as keeping your own ship alive. Point 8. Another one of the big differences between the two games is the controls. In Battlefront 2's Starfighter Assault, the controls are relatively simple to make the mode easier to learn. In Squadrons, the controls are a lot more complex, with the whole controller being used on the console. Squadrons makes use of each of the controls to make the game a lot more like a flight sim. Point 9. Something that makes Squadrons and its controls a lot more complex is the power management. With the power management, you can convert your ship's power in between the weapons, shields, engines, or just the weapons and engines on non-shielded ships. Using this, you can increase your blaster recharge rate, you can move faster, and you can do other things. Point 10. 2 of the things your ship can do is stopping and drifting. Stopping is quite simple. To make your ship come to a stop, you simply hold down the left joystick until your engine speed is at 0. To drift is a lot more complex. If you want to drift, you need to put your engine to full power, wait for the boost bar to fill up, activate boost and stop it again, then do a 180 degrees turn. Now on to the next one. Point 11. Squadrons is a very immersive game, but what might make the game so immersive? Well, first off, you view everything from your cockpit, and there is a dashboard which shows a bunch of stats like a real fighter does. The main thing that makes the game a lot more immersive is the option to play in virtual reality and with a host stick. Point 12. In Squadrons, the graphics are quite different to Starfighter Assault. Starfighter Assault's graphics are a lot more realistic and look a bit more like the films. Since Squadrons is a smaller game, its graphics are more vibrant and not as realistic, even though the game still looks as good as Battlefront 2. Point 13. My last point for this video is a bit more straightforward. The last difference between the two games is the time to kill. In Starfighter Assault, the Starfighters are a lot more fragile and can get killed quite quickly. In Squadrons, the Starfighters have better health and take a good lot of hits to take down. Well, this will be the end of the video for today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it and consider subscribing to my channel for content on a similar topic. Now with that, I will say goodbye and I will see you all later. Goodbye!